52 Network Marketing Tips is brought to you by Leaders Club. Get your own custom 90-day success plan, including one-on-one support from a personal success advisor, exclusively at leadersclub.com.
Qualifying prospects is a universal topic and a dilemma for most marketers, regardless of whether they spend $1 per lead or $25. Even if they spend thousands in advertising, qualifying is something that's seen as a burden or a sore spot for most marketers. From the marketer's perspective, they feel they have the responsibility of making the prospect qualify or convincing the prospect that they need whatever it is that the marketer puts in front of them. And this idea of making a prospect qualify is perhaps one of the most misunderstood concepts of network marketing. It puts people at odds with their own marketing. It can even undermine and sabotage their efforts by calling into question the validity of their own ads. And if they're purchasing leads, most marketers are going to end up blaming their lead source out of pure frustration. This frustration can even spill into other relationships, affecting how they interact with their circle of influence when it comes to talking about their business or their products. It can even put them at odds with their own network marketing company. Joining me today to talk about this subject is Steve Sakol. Steve's a certified network marketing coach and a trainer that's worked with thousands of marketers. Steve, people often associate qualifying a prospect with manipulating or kneading the prospect like a piece of clay. That if you say the right things, you're going to get anyone to join your business. What is it that we really should be doing when we're qualifying a prospect?
Well, what we're doing, Andre, is we're identifying whether or not the prospect actually qualifies on his or her own. And in fact, we're identifying whether or not they qualify for anything that you may have to offer. They either qualify or they don't. Regardless of what you want to say to them to help it move towards the end that you want to get it at, it's as simple as that. It's a logical and a simple common sense identification process.
So how can you find out if a prospect or a lead is or is not qualified? Can someone just assume that they're qualified if they responded to an ad?
Oh, no, absolutely not. That said, they do qualify for one thing initially, and that's simply the fact that they qualify to hear from you. Let me explain for a second. Just because a person responds to an ad doesn't make them qualified for what you have to offer. That doesn't make any sense, does it? This is a fundamental mistake propagated throughout network marketing. It's not wrong, it's not illegal, it's not immoral to be curious. So then why should we expect more than is logical from any prospect whatsoever? So the only way to find out if a person really is qualified is by having a conversation with them. The key lies in knowing what information is truly important and what really isn't. By knowing what information needs to be gathered enables the marketer to ask the right questions, and that in turn will enable the prospect to reveal the information in helping both of them determine whether or not that prospect qualifies or not.
You mentioned that the key is in asking the right questions and knowing what's important and what isn't. How can someone know what these questions and what these areas really are?
Well, honestly, Andre, there's probably not enough time to get into much detail here. However, to help with this, we created a tool that we call the Prospecting Call Guide. The neat thing about it is it fits on one little sheet of paper, so it's very handy and easy to use through your prospecting. It allows marketers to quickly walk through the 4 key areas of identifying whether they qualify or not, and then it helps them stay on track and to stay on task, if you will, with their conversations with their prospects.
Can you share briefly what those 4 areas are to qualify a prospect?
Certainly. The first one is whether or not they have a genuine interest or whether they're just window shopping. The second one is we identify the depth of their personal desire, how important it is to them at the present time, the time we're talking to them. The third one is we find out what type of time do they have available or how much time that they have available in order to learn and apply what's necessary for them to get what it is they want from the business that you may have to offer them. And the fourth one is what type of a budget do they have to work with? And this is crucial. What is it that they have to work with within their own means already without any significant financial risk at all to their well-being?
This process of simply identifying if a prospect qualifies for something you have to offer saves both you and the prospect a lot of stress. And it's something that's proven to improve prospecting efforts no matter how you get your leads. Steve, thanks for taking a few minutes to share with our viewers today, and thank you for watching.